welcome back in part 4 of Disney, so let's get on. In March 2005, Bob Iger, president of the company, became CEO after Eisner's retirement in September. Iger was officially named head of the company on October 1.
Disney's 11th theme park, Hong Kong Disneyland, opened on September 12, costing the company $3.5 billion to construct.
On January 24, 2006, Disney began talks to acquire Pixar from Steve Jobs for $7.4 billion, and Iger appointed Pixar Chief Creative Officer. CCO, John Lasseter and President Edwin Catmull, the heads of the Walt Disney Animation Studios.
A week later, Disney traded ABC sports commentator Al Michaels to NBC Universal in exchange for the rights to Oswald the Lucky Rabbit and 26 cartoons featuring the character.
On February 6, the company announced it would be merging its ABC radio networks and 22 stations with Citadel Broadcasting in a $2.7 billion deal, though which Disney acquired 52% of television broadcasting company Citadel Communications.
The Disney Channel movie High School Musical aired and its soundtrack was certified triple platinum, becoming the first Disney Channel film to do so.
Disney's 2006 live-action film Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man's Chest was Disney's biggest hit to that date and the third highest-grossing film ever, making $1 billion at the box office.
On June 28, the company announced it was replacing George Mitchell as chairman with the board members and former CEO of P&G Johnny Pepper Jr.
The sequel High School Musical 2 was released in 2007 on Disney Channel and broke several cable rating records.
In April 2007, the Muppets Holding Company was moved from Disney Consumer Products to the Walt Disney Studios division and renamed the Muppets Studios to relaunch the division.
Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End became the highest-grossing film of 2007 at $960 million.
Disney Pixar films Ratatouille 2007 and Wall-E 2008 were a tremendous success, with Wall-E winning the Oscar for Best Animated Feature.
After acquiring most of Jetix Europe through the acquisition of Fox Family Worldwide, Disney bought the remainder of the company in 2008 for $318 million. Iger introduced D23 in 2009 as Disney's official fan club.
In February, Disney announced a deal with DreamWorks Pictures to distribute 30 of their films over the next 5 years through Touchstone Pictures, with Disney getting 10% of the gross.
The 2009 film garnered Disney $735 million at the box office, and the film won Best Animated Feature at the Academy Awards.
Later that year, Disney launched a television channel named Disney XD, aimed at older children.
The company bought Marvel Entertainment and its assets for $4 billion in August, adding Marvel's comic book characters to its merchandising lineup.
In September, Disney partnered with News Corporation and NBC Universal in a deal in which all parties would obtain 27% equity in streaming service Hulu. And Disney added ABC Family and Disney Channel to the streaming service.
On December 16, Roy E. Disney died of stomach cancer. He was the last member of the Disney family to work for Disney.
In March 2010, Hain 7 reacquired from Disney the Power Rangers franchise, including its 700-episode library, for around $100 million.
Shortly after, Disney sold Miramax Films to an investment group headed by Ronald Tudor for $660 million.
During that time, Disney released the live-action Alice in Wonderland and the Disney Pixar film Toy Story 3, both of which grossed a little over $1 billion, making them the sixth and seventh films to do so, and Toy Story 3 became the first animated film to make over $1 billion and the highest-grossing animated film.
That year, Disney became the first studio to release two $1 billion earning films in one calendar year.
In 2010, the company announced Image Movers Digital, which had started in partnership with Image Movers in 2007, would be closing by 2011.
The following year, Disney released its last traditionally animated film Winnie the Pooh to theaters.
The release of Pirates of the Caribbean on Stranger Tides garnered a little over $1 billion, making it the eighth film to do so and Disney's highest-grossing film internationally, as well as the third highest ever.
In January 2011, the size of Disney Interactive Studios was reduced and 200 employees laid off.
In April, Disney began constructing its new theme park Shanghai Disney Resort, costing $4.4 billion.
In August, Iger stated after the success of the Pixar and Marvel purchases, he and the Walt Disney Company were planning to buy either new characters or businesses that are capable of creating great characters and great stories.
On October 30, 2012, Disney announced it would buy Lucasfilm for $4.05 billion from George Lucas.
Through the deal, Disney gained access to franchises such as Star Wars, for which Disney said it would make a new film for every 2 to 3 years, with the first being released in 2015.
The deal gave Disney access to the Indiana Jones franchise, visual effects studio Industrial Light and Magic, and video game developer LucasArts.
In February 2012, Disney completed its acquisition of UTV Software Communications, expanding its market into India and the rest of Asia.
By March, Iger became Disney's chairman.
Marvel film The Avengers became the third highest grossing film of all time, with an initial release gross of $1.3 billion.
Making over $1.2 billion at the box office, the Marvel film Iron Man 3 was released in 2013.
The same year, Disney's animated film Frozen was released and became the highest grossing animated film of all time at $1.2 billion.
Merchandising for the film became so popular it made the company $1 billion within a year, and a global shortage of merchandise for the film occurred.
In March 2015, Iger announced Disney had no 2D animation films in development, and a month later the hand-drawn animation division was closed, and several veteran animators were laid off.
On March 24, 2014, Disney acquired Maker Studios, an active multi-channel network on YouTube, for $950 million.
In June 2015, the company stated its consumer products and interactive divisions would merge to become a new subsidiary, called Disney Consumer Products and Interactive Media.
In August, Marvel Studios was placed under the division Walt Disney Studios.
The company's 2015 releases include the successful animated film Inside Out, which grossed over $800 million, and the Marvel film Avengers: Age of Ultron, which grossed over $1.4 billion.
Star Wars: The Force Awakens was released and grossed over $2 billion, making it the third highest grossing film of all time.
On April 4, 2016, Disney announced COO Thomas Owens Staggs, who was thought to be next in line after Iger, would leave in May, ending his 26-year career with Disney.
Shanghai Disneyland opened on June 16, 2016, as the company's sixth theme park resort.
In a move to start a streaming service, Disney bought 33% of the stock in Major League Baseball technology company Vimtech for $1 billion in August.
In 2016, 4 Disney film releases made over $1 billion. These were the animated film Zootopia, Marvel film Captain America, Civil War, Pixar film Finding Dory, and Rogue One, a Star Wars story, making Disney the first studio to surpass $3 billion at the domestic box office.
Disney made an attempt to buy social media platform Twitter to market their content and merchandise but canceled the deal.
Iger stated this was because he thought Disney would be taking on responsibilities it did not need and that it did not feel Disney to him.
On March 23, 2017, Disney announced Iger had agreed to a 1-year extension as CEO to July 2019 and to remain as a consultant for 3 years.
On August 8, 2017, Disney announced it would be ending its distribution deal with Netflix with the intent of launching its own streaming platform by 2019.
During that time, Disney paid $1.5 billion to acquire a 75% stake in Vimtech.
Disney planned to start an ESPN streaming service with about 10,000 live regional, national, and international games and events a year by 2018.
In November, CCO John Lasseter said he would take a 6-month absence because of missteps reported to be sexual misconduct allegations.
The same month, Disney and 21st Century Fox started negotiating a deal in which Disney would acquire most of Fox's assets.
Beginning in March 2018, a reorganization of the company led to the creation of business segments Disney Parks, Experiences and Products, and Direct-to-Consumer and International.
Parks and Consumer Products was primarily a merger of Parks and Resorts and Consumer Products and Interactive Media, while Direct-to-Consumer and International took over for Disney International and Global Sales, Distribution, and Streaming Units from Disney ABC TV Group and Studios Entertainment plus Disney Digital Network.
Iger described it as strategically positioning our businesses, while according to the New York Times, the reorganization was done in expectation of the 21st Century Fox purchase. In 2017, 2 of Disney's films had revenues of over $1 billion, the live-action Beauty and the Beast and Star Wars, The Last Jedi.
Disney launched subscription sports streaming service ESPN Plus on April 12.
In June 2018, Lasseter's departure by the end of the year was announced. He would stay as a consultant until then.
To replace him, Disney promoted Jennifer Lee, co-director of Frozen and co-writer of Wreck-It Ralph, 2012, as head of Walt Disney Animation Studios. And Pete Docter, who had been with Pixar since 1990 and directed Up, Monsters, Incorporated, and Inside Out, as head of Pixar.
Comcast offered to buy 21st Century Fox for $65 billion over Disney's $51 billion bid, but withdrew its offer after Disney countered with a $71 billion bid.
Disney obtained antitrust approval from the United States Department of Justice to acquire Fox.
Disney again made $7 billion at the box office with 3 films that made $1 billion. Marvel films Black Panther and Avengers Infinity War, the latter, taking over $2 billion and becoming the 5th highest grossing film ever. And Pixar film Incredibles 2. On March 20, 2019, Disney acquired 21st Century Fox's assets for $71 billion from Rupert Murdoch, making it the biggest acquisition in Disney's history.
After the purchase, the New York Times described Disney as an entertainment colossus the size of which the world has never seen.
Through the acquisition, Disney gained 20th Century Fox, 20th Century Fox Television, Fox Searchlight Pictures, National Geographic Partners, Fox Networks Group. Indian television broadcaster Star India, streaming service Hotstar, and a 30% stake in Hulu, bringing its ownership on Hulu to 60%.
Fox Corporation and its assets were excluded from the deal because of antitrust laws.
Disney became the first film studio to have 7 films gross $1 billion. Marvel's Captain Marvel, the live-action Aladdin, Pixar's Toy Story 4, the CGI remake of The Lion King, Star Wars, The Rise of Skywalker, and the highest-grossing film of all time up to that point at $2.8 billion Avengers Endgame.
On November 12th, Disney's subscription video on demand over-the-top streaming service Disney Plus, which had 500 movies and 7,500 episodes of television shows from Disney, Pixar, Marvel, Star Wars, National Geographic, and other brands, was launched in the US, Canada, and the Netherlands.
Within the first day, the streaming platform had over 10 million subscriptions, and by 2022 it had over 135 million and was available in over 190 countries.
At the beginning of 2020, Disney removed the Fox name from its assets, rebranding them as 20th Century Studios and Searchlight Pictures.
Bob Chapek, who had been with the company for 18 years and was chairman of Disney Parks, Experiences and Products, became CEO after Iger resigned on February 25, 2020.
Iger said he would stay as an executive chairman until December 31, 2021, to help with its creative strategy.
In April, Iger resumed operational duties as executive chairman to help the company during the COVID-19 pandemic, and Chapek was appointed to the board of directors.
During the pandemic, Disney temporarily closed all its theme parks, delayed the release of several movies, and stopped all cruises.
Due to the closures, Disney announced it would stop paying 100,000 employees but still provide health care benefits, and urged U.S. employees to apply for government benefits, saving the company $500 million a month.
Iger gave up his $47 million salary and Chapek took a 50% salary reduction.
In the company's second fiscal quarter of 2020, Disney reported a $1.4 billion loss, with a fall in earnings of 91% to $475 million from the previous year's $5.4 billion.
By August, 2/3 of the company was owned by large financial institutions.
In September, the company dismissed 28,000 employees, 67% of whom were part-time, from its Parks, Experiences and Products division.
Chairman of the division Josh DeMauro wrote, "We initially hoped that this situation would be short-lived and that we would recover quickly and return to normal. 7 months later, we find that has not been the case."
Disney lost $4.7 billion in its fiscal third quarter of 2020.
In November, Disney laid off another 4,000 employees, raising the total to 32,000 employees.
The following month, Disney named Alan Bergman as chairman of its Disney Studios Content Division to oversee its film studios.
Due to the COVID-19 recession, Touchstone Television ceased operations in December. Disney announced in March 2021 it would be launching a new division called 20th Television Animation to focus on mature audiences. And Disney closed its third animation studio, Blue Sky Studios, in April 2021.
Later that month, Disney and Sony agreed a multi-year licensing deal that would give Disney access to Sony's films from 2022 to 2026 to televise or stream on Disney Plus once Sony's deal with Netflix ended.
Although it performed poorly at the box office because of COVID, Disney's animated film Encanto 2021 was one of the biggest hits during the pandemic. With its song, We Don't Talk About Bruno, topping the US Billboard Hot 100 charts.
After Iger's term as executive chairman ended on December 31, he announced he would resign as chairman.
The company brought in an operating executive at the Carlyle Group and former board member Susan Arnold as Disney's first female chairperson.
On March 10, Disney ceased operations in Russia because of Russia's invasion of Ukraine and was the first major Hollywood studio to halt release of a major picture due to Russia's invasion. Other movie studios followed.
In March 2022, around 60 employees protested the company's silence on the Florida Parental Rights in Education Act that was dubbed the Don't Say Gay Bill, and prohibits non-age, appropriate classroom instruction on sexual orientation and gender identity in Florida's public school districts.
The protest was dubbed the Disney Do Better Walkout. Employees protested near a Disney Studios lot, and other employees voiced their concerns through social media.
Employees called on Disney to stop campaign contributions to Florida politicians who supported the bill, to help protect employees from it, and to stop construction at Walt Disney World in Florida.
Shattuck responded by stating the company had made a mistake by staying silent and said, "We pledge our ongoing support of the LGBTQ+ community."
Amid Disney's response to the bill, the Florida legislature passed a bill to remove Disney's quasi-government district Reedy Creek.
On June 28, Disney's board members unanimously agreed to give Shattuck a 3-year contract extension.
In August, Disney Streaming exceeded Netflix in total subscriptions, with 221 million subscribers,
On June 28, Disney's board members unanimously agreed to give Shattuck a 3-year contract extension.
In August, Disney Streaming exceeded Netflix in total subscriptions, with 221 million subscribers, compared to Netflix's 220 million.
On November 20, 2022, Iger accepted the position of Disney's CEO after Shattuck was dismissed following poor earnings performance and decisions unpopular with other executives.
The board announced Iger would serve for 2 years with a mandate to develop a strategy for renewed growth and help identify a successor.
In November 2022, a group of YouTube TV subscribers in 4 states filed a class action antitrust lawsuit against Disney, alleging that Disney's control of both ESPN and Hulu allowed the company to inflate prices market-wise by raising the prices of its own products and by requiring streaming services including YouTube TV and Sling TV to include ESPN in base packages, forcing subscribers to pay more for subscriptions than they would in a competitive market. In January 2023, Disney announced that Mark Parker would replace Arnold as the company's chairperson.
In February 2023, Disney announced that it would be cutting $5.5 billion in costs, which includes eliminating 7,000 jobs, representing 3% of its workforce.
Disney reorganized into 3 divisions: entertainment, ESPN, and parks, experiences and products.
In April 2023, Disney implemented the second and largest wave of job cuts, affecting Disney Parks, Disney Entertainment, ESPN, and the Experiences and Product Division.
This move was part of the plan to cut costs by $5.5 billion. In 2023, Disney began its 100 Years of Wonder campaign in celebration of the centennial anniversary of the company's founding.
This included a new, animated centennial logo intro for the Walt Disney Pictures division, a touring exhibition, events at the parks, and a commemorative commercial that aired during Super Bowl 57.
In October 2023, Disney announced its entrance into sports betting through a partnership with Penn Entertainment, launching the ESPN Bet app, despite internal debates and concerns over brand image.
This move marked a significant pivot from Iger's earlier stance against gambling, driven by the potential to attract younger audiences and secure a financial future for the ESPN. Amidst declining traditional TV viewership and increasing online sports gambling revenue.
In November 2023, Disney shortened the lengthy name of Disney Parks, Experiences and Products to Disney Experiences. In February 2024, Deborah O'Connell, a longtime executive at Disney, was appointed president of a new news division that would include ABC News and local stations.
O'Connell is responsible for ABC News' signature properties, including Good Morning America and World News Tonight.
It will serve as an intermediary between Dana Walden, co-chair of Disney Entertainment, and Jim Godwin, the ABC News president.
Other online news units have similar processes.
In February, Walt Disney and Reliance Industries announced the merger of their India TV and streaming media assets. In July 2024, a hacker group called Nullvosh allegedly stole and leaked over a terabyte of the company's Slack messages.
The motive for the breach appeared to be the group's dislike of art, generated by artificial intelligence.
The Walt Disney Company operates 3 primary business segments. Disney Entertainment oversees the company's full portfolio of entertainment media and content businesses globally, including Walt Disney Studios, Disney General Entertainment Content, Disney Streaming, and Disney Platform Distribution.
The division is led by Alan Bergman and Dana Walden. ESPN is responsible for the management and supervision of the company's portfolio of sports content, products, and experiences across all of Disney's platforms worldwide, including its international sports channels.
The division is led by James Pitaro. And Disney Experiences is responsible for theme parks and resorts, cruise and vacation experiences, and consumer products such as toys, apparel, books, and video games.
The division is led by Josh Tomorrow. We will continue about Disney in final part 5. So stay informed for more parts.